All right, we should be live. Hopefully, there's no interruptions this time. Last time, the arc reactor
Oh my god.
combusted and
Yeah.
kind of left us hanging there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I did splice those two together, and it was seamless, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel
Nice.
like
Nice.
I can edit for Joe Russo now.
Nice.
You know, that's not true.
Dude.
I just fucking put it one after
No.
the other. That's no skill
Oh,
involved in that one.
really? Let me try.
Uh, uh, guys, welcome back to another episode of Push Block Chronicles MCU rewatch analysis. Woo!
Yes, sirs.
We are making our way up to this watch list, and we're like a little bit more like halfway now, like halfway and then some, right? You say
That's
that?
nice.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
we got introduced to some gnarly, crazy things already compared to just being Iron Man and the gang. And we're excited. Today we're going to be talking to you guys about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Ooh.
uh,
Let's go.
which was highly anticipated because of the success of the first one. And I would probably say uh, unpredicted success. People were like kind of skeptical at it first, and then they watched it and they're like, "Oh, this is pretty good." Stole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's a quote from the
Uh-huh.
Toronto man's right there.
There's the guy beside us in the
Yeah,
theater.
quote unquote. Pretty good style.
And we're like, shh.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Shh.
Yo, nice that. He said nice that. We knew he really liked it because instead of saying still like Styll, he said Stull. That's when it's really
Stall.
good. Yeah.
Stall. Yeah.
Yo, that was proper stall, and we're like, okay,
Stall.
that's good
Uh
reviews
huh.
from the T dot mans or
Yep. That's a 4.5 at least.
it's like a three
Out
out
of
of
5,
three.
I think.
Yeah. Um, for me, first time watching it in the theaters, I remember it's kind of underwhelming a little bit. Maybe I expected too much. It was just like the jokes from the first one were like drier and executed in a sense that it was refreshing, but in this one, the jokes were like kind of over the top, and
Yeah.
it made it look like he just did it for the sake of it being silly, which I didn't mind because
Yeah.
it was a fun movie overall. Um, but it just leapt a little too far at certain points compared to the first one. But I still enjoyed it, I would say. And it showed us character progression and group growth. I think is that what you call it? Group growth.
Group growth. What is that?
Shout outs to cinematic terms. I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I'm not an expert like
Group.
somebody who has watched,
Yes.
you know, some very
Some
cultural
movies.
stuff.
Yes.
But for
Yeah. Yeah.
me,
You
I
know
watch
you.
movies to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Try it out sometime.
this is a shout outs to all like the uptight critics out
Yeah.
there that just like
Yep.
calm down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Push block. Push block
Yeah,
chronicles. This is Frank West. Push
yeah.
block.
This is
Calm down.
exactly. You gotta push block the haters away. You gotta make
Yeah.
space.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
let's start this before we go, out of hand. like, like we usually, like we usually do.
Oh
Um,
shit. Yo, for the viewers who are watching this from the beginning, this is or like are listening to it from the beginning, this is godlike to them. Because it's like, yo, it's getting longer and longer, like the Infinity Saga movie. It's so complex.
facts, dude. Yeah, for real.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
As the saga gets more complex, we too get more complex
Yeah.
as analyzers and philosophers.
Yep.
Yeah, we end up being philosophers by the end of it. Really, it just.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This was directed once again by James Gunn. And after this one, there's actually quite a falling out. right? He
Yeah.
wasn't set to do Volume 3 anymore, and he's like, fine, I'm gonna do Justice League. And
Yeah. Why was it? Why?
there were some allegations that turned out were not true, so he almost got canceled.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Of him being a jackass or whatever. But to
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people are like, your boss is a jackass. Like a lot of bosses are
Yeah.
a jackass. You know what I mean? Like sometimes if you work for
Yeah.
the staff, you gotta be a
Of
jackass.
course.
Yeah, you know
It's a
what
business. It's not like a fucking
I mean? Yeah,
daycare. Like
yeah. There's some people
people
that
don't
are
get
like,
this. You know.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Dumb.
If you were like, a fan, like trying to, and he like punch you in the face. Anyways, uh,
Yeah, but shout out to Ellen DeGeneres.
ooh, yo, I knew that
No
from
one
the
is safe.
start, man. I knew it from the start.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not like I completely hated Ellen, but
No,
I didn't never trusted that.
but you could tell. It's that
Yeah, I never
she
trusted that.
comes from a long line of Karens, is what we're
Yeah,
just saying, and you
yeah,
know,
and I wasn't really a big fan of her comedy in the first place. So
yeah,
it was, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
hearing these stories now, and I'm like, well, she has the money, she has the power. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. She's like the white Oprah, upcoming white Oprah, but messed it up.
yeah, she messed it up real. But some of these
Yeah,
stories, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I've never,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, dude.
like, really, you're not
But
allowed to
like,
look her in the eyes. Like, what?
that's X. Okay, that's
Yeah,
that one is X. Like, why not? Even my boss, who's like, well, she's a really nice white lady.
nice.
She prefers talking to you face to face,
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah.
over email. You know.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Shout outs to Ellen. I hope you get
Yeah.
canceled. And I don't know who's gonna take over, but hopefully they said James Corden, but I'm like, whatever.
He's a dick too, though.
Is he? Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
is
even.
also a. I mean, like everyone who is up there in the A-list celebrity status, it has to be
Oh
like
man.
that because
See,
everyone has the same amount of time of day.
I try not to idolize some of these people. I've only really liked one dude, but he says it to everybody in every single podcast he says. Like, how am I as a boss? And everyone's like, you're a dick. Yeah, I'm a dick. I'm a horrible person. It's Conan O'Brien. That guy's like a huge dick. He already claims to be
Yeah.
the biggest dick. And so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, well, you know what? At least he owns up to it. He's not trying to hide it.
yeah. And he involves the staff in skits. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
that's
dude.
I enjoy those.
Did you watch the Taco Bell one? Where he takes the guy to Taco Bell. Like one of his employees is a big Taco Bell fan. He takes him to like the Taco Bell headquarters, and, and the guy was just like ecstatic. It's like, it's the best day of my life. It's like, all right, calm down. He's just there to make fun of the guy the entire time.
Yo,
Oh
but
man,
he was stoked.
yeah.
He messed up.
You
That's
know
a
what?
judo that's a judo move.
Wow, yeah, I never noticed that. A lot of his staff is like in a shitload of his videos.
Yeah. I mean, he is like he's a dick to them in the videos. Like Sona.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love her. She's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. What are we
Anyways,
talking about?
so we can talk about Guardians. Guys, if
Nice.
you're just joining us now, that was a little interlude at a sneak peek
I'm
at
dying.
our other episodes where we talk about current events and certain things. But today, let's continue on the Guardians of the Galaxy. We haven't even gone through the opening scene.
That's hilarious.
So,
It's been 30
anyways,
minutes.
no, no. Let's not go overboard with that. So the opening scene, Guardians 2, is we meet Ego and Meredith. Ego is played by Kurt Russell, which is
Yes.
a pretty big movie star name. Do you have a Kurt Russell favorite movie?
Little Chinatown or Big Trouble in Little Chinatown.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh my god,
I just saw the poster for that the other day.
that's
Uh,
godlike.
it's got like yeah. A lot of people also like Escape from New York, which is what they base Solid Snake from. Pretty crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, so they are driving around, and it's this is pretty much before Peter Quill was born, and he takes her to a place where he like plants a glowing thing on the
that's so
earth,
weird.
right? And you're like, what the fuck is
That's
he doing?
ew.
he kind of
Why are you doing that?
he explains it to her. Where it's like this is a part of me, and I'll always be in here because she fell in love with a spaceman, right? She's from like outer space.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Wow.
yeah. There, Kurt Russell. That's a young Kurt Russell right there.
Yes, sir.
And this had one of the best like practical effects.
Yeah.
Um, those were
Like
like
Blade Runner.
prime time. Late '80s, early '90s had like the
Yeah.
best like props, prosthetics,
Yeah.
animatronics. Just looks crazy, man.
God. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Camera movement. Wow. Like,
You watch as a kid, you get traumatized a little bit, especially the Chinese guy. And you're like,
yo,
what
yeah.
the fuck? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You just
yeah, dude.
unlocked. You unlocked a memory just now.
Yeah. It's like watching the thing as a kid, and you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
You grow up to be a serial killer. Um,
Hate that.
but yeah, so he plants something on the ground, and we learn later on that that something is his plan to take over the world. Sorry, universe or galaxy. Um, then we cut to present day, which is the gang doing a job on the planet Sovereign. Cool,
Yep.
cool name. They're a race from that's also from the comics, and in here they're like all fucking golden up, right? They're like a pompous race or whatever. But they're there doing a mercenary job. Apparently, this huge monster is trying to feed off these batteries that's keeping the planet or whatever alive, and each battery costs like millions and millions of units. Yeah, that's the currency that they have in space. Space money.
Units.
Yeah, and then Quill takes out his radar, and then he argues to Gamora, and he's like, "Hey, I thought you had a sword. Why are you using a gun?" It's like I'm using a gun this time. It's like I thought I was a guy with the guns. You know what I'm saying that's a nod to James Gunn, to direct. I'm joking. I don't know if that's real. Anyways, Rocket is setting up the music, and it's kind of cool because now you see like the squad is sort of getting influenced by Quill's obsession with music, because he's Terran, he's a human, so he's I don't know if other people play music over there, but
Yeah.
music in this planet is really like important and substantial in just our culture, right? So it's really cool
Yeah.
for them to all be so used to it, where it's like, oh, like you have to plug in the amp and shit. It's really cool to see that. Um, and then we finally meet Baby Groot, who is the mascot of this whole movie. Um,
Yes.
Instead of being in a pot, he has now two little legs. Um, and he's just chilling around while everybody's going ham on this tentacle monster, which is pretty crazy. You like Groot, right? Because you're like a planter. It's like, oh,
Not really.
I guess not.
That's a character. Uh, I wish that you could actually talk. Does he do that
mm,
in the comics?
I don't think so. I think in the comics he also says the same thing. He also
Oh,
says, "I am Groot." I believe. I'm not sure actually. I should
yeah.
probably look up
I don't
into
know.
that. Yeah,
That's an
yeah,
interesting like concept because usually the Ents are the wisest and smartest and always have something to say. But then Groot as a character in the Marvel universe is an Ent that only says I am Groot
yeah,
because you can't like comprehend the like whatever he's saying. Others can like Thor, like all those mystical beings can like
yeah,
understand him.
yeah. Each other you gotta learn. It's like a pretty much a language on its own
Yeah,
of just
that's
three
crazy.
words. Yeah,
Yeah,
Quill understands him because of his translator chip on his neck,
yeah,
right, in his ear or whatever.
yeah. The
Rock
universal translators.
Rocket, I guess, is because I guess he grew up with a guy, or
Yeah. Oh, he
he's
also has his translator because that's how we hear English from Rocket.
oh from Rocket. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Actually, everyone. It seems like everyone in the space has a universal translator.
but yeah, maybe it's like a registration thing. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
makes it pretty
yeah,
cool. But
yeah.
for Thor, he says that he learned it in academy. So I guess they teach it, and as he said, he was an
Oh
elective, which
shit.
is hilarious. Right?
That's
You
jokes.
understand him? Yes. Took an elective on some whatever Groot
Wow.
language in Asgard.
Wow. That's
Hilarious.
cool. That's
Yeah.
very funny.
Uh, what was your favorite elective? Do you have a favorite elective
Oh fuck, like I
that you
can't even.
that you didn't drop?
Okay, the best elective that I've ever taken in college.
Hmm.
Hmm,
Just one.
that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Because I
Yeah.
went to art school, I took amazing electives.
Yeah, you guys probably have like crazier electives. Ours was like really dumb. How to use a stapler, that was one of them.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it was 2 semesters too. I was like, what
Yo, are
more
you
can it
serious?
do? Yeah.
Is this advertising?
No, no, no,
Or
no. Yes, but I did go to advertising. It wasn't
um, well, the one of them was a woodworking class.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And uh, we bent wood,
Ooh.
and it was crazy. So instead of like bending wood by steam,
Hmm.
you would take like sheets of 1/16 of an inch, kind of like sheets of wood,
Right.
and then you sandwich them together, put glue in between, and you put them in a vacuum bag. So
Yeah, you make like layers of it, right?
yeah,
It's a lot like that
instead of
pastry
like
you're eating. Yeah.
oh yeah, 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 like the Danish pastry.
Yeah, layers of dough in
That's
between
sick.
butter. That's
And
crazy.
we made long. Well, I made longboards. Some other people made other
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
That's crazy. I
that
took
was
that in high
fun.
school, man. It wasn't as fun. Like we made
But what did you
like
make in high school? Birdhouses. That's what the
no,
classic is, right?
sort of like yeah. There was a guy that made a birdhouse, but I'm like, oh, that's a bong, dude. He's like, that's a birdhouse, bro.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a chimney, dude. This is a bong. It's like, trust me, it's a fucking birdhouse. Anyways, yeah, shout outs to Muhammad, man. MTM, Muhammad Tariq Muhammad. This guy made a bong.
It's jokes.
This guy would not eat pork, but would smoke kush all day. Wah!
Yeah, that is haram.
Yeah, dude. To each their own. To each their own haram, I guess.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, yeah, shout outs
That's
to
all good.
electives like Groot languages and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So while the team is like fighting this monster, Baby Groot is dancing around, and it mirrors Quill's dancing in the beginning of the first movie. You know, where he's trying to find the Power Stone. He's kicking little rats around. He's
oh
mouthing the
yeah,
words. Um, and there's some actual moves that Baby Groot does that Quill actually does in that intro from the first one as well. So pretty cool. Um, Drax goes and says, the only way to kill it is from the inside. And he like jumps in the mouth. And Gamora's like, you're an idiot. We're gonna see this tactic later on in Ego when they
yeah,
destroy Ego from the inside, going out. But he goes in and then Quill's like, the same skin is on the inside too. Like it's also not penetrable. That's why you see him like
nice.
stabbing from the inside. But then Gamora ends up killing the monster with a sword, like right down its belly,
Yeah,
um, making Quill's argument in the beginning um, made his point a lot better. That you were a
right.
sword
Good guy.
person, not
Yeah.
a gun person. So yeah, they save these batteries, and these batteries is pretty much the whole symbol of this movie. Um, Let me know if I'm going in too deep here, right? So the batteries
Explain.
is an asset by the Sovereign that the Guardians end up stealing, and they got in trouble for it. Uh, And this is, goes into Yondu's story of how he stole Quill um, from Ego and kind of used it for himself like a battery. He was small enough, dainty fingers, good for thieving. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
interesting.
And Yondu says the
It,
same thing to Raccoon, where he says, "Because you're like me, boy." Much like Raccoon, who stole a battery from the Sovereign, he also maybe stole Groot and used him when he was a kid because he's tiny, because he was small enough to go into Ego's brain to plant the bomb. Much like how
true.
Quill was also stolen. And Ego steals Quill from his Guardian's family, and he's like, he to literally use as a battery. At the end, he's like, "Yo, just stay here
Yeah.
as a battery," because he's a literal
Wow.
battery.
I had not thought of any of that
Yeah, everybody
stream.
has ended up stealing from everybody as a
Oh
battery.
my god.
Yeah.
Yo, triple like it's like Raptors basketball. It's like three
Yeah, that,
guys with the ball.
yeah,
Oh
dude.
my god.
That's
One pass.
ball movement at
Oh
its finest right there, dude. Shout outs
yeah,
to
yeah.
Nick Nurse, man.
Yes.
Let me
Nicholas Nurse.
know where you get your hat. Okay, I've been searching high and low, and if I can't find it, then I'm pretty sure it's your wife at home stitching those up. That's cute as fuck. But I want to buy
Damn.
one because
Yep.
um, this is probably the first time that I want to represent a coach.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, like I didn't even know most people's names, like the coaches' names. I
Yeah,
only knew Popovich because he's got a funny Greg Popovich.
everybody's yeah, he's
Yeah.
the man of fundamentals. That guy's like by the books. It's true, man. Like I never wanted a Dwayne Casey hat. I mean, want a
Who
Phil
the hell is?
Jackson.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ugh.
Phil Jackson? Like who cares if you won with the Bulls that many
Yeah,
times? I want the
yeah. It was
nurse.
Jordan.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan. Yeah, he
That was
wasn't.
Jordan who put you in.
Yeah, he wasn't shooting with me in the gym. That's pretty much what it
Yeah.
was, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Rest in peace,
yeah.
greatest of all time.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Who?
Phil Jackson is dead.
No, Kobe Bryant, because he's the one who said that.
Oh yeah.
He
Oh
wasn't shooting
shit.
with me in the gym.
I like that.
Well, it's true
That's
though. His wife tried to divorce him and then like wanted to take the money. He's like, "Bitch, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym."
Yo, that's not a fact stream. That is a skit fact.
Oh
That is
man,
not a fact.
I would have said the same thing if that happened
Yeah, yeah. For sure, for sure.
to me. Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, the batteries is a symbol for everyone, and
Wow.
it makes everything so emotional too at the end because a lot of people, uh, not a lot of people, but key people died in here that greatly affected some of our members. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so we learned that the sovereign race is like their names, right? Sovereign, perfect, quote unquote, perfect beings that ensure their line of greatness by filtering out the young. It's kind of like pretty,
Aryans.
yeah, pretty much, pretty much. You know what I mean? You gotta keep the
Yeah.
bloodline high. You gotta have like perfect
It's weird.
people, no genetically.
Ew.
You know what I mean? Uh,
No Mongol.
no, no
Oh
Mongol,
shit.
no Mongol.
So sorry, stream. uh, you must understand, in our language, it means something different.
Oh man, are you a Mongolite? That's the best shit right there.
Itong Mongol.
Mongoloid yan, man. Oh man. Um, but well, yeah, it's in a sense, in a sense, that's what it is. People that think that I'm not saying Mongoloids, but I'm saying sovereign.
Yeah,
Um, it's like proud and like I don't know, like
just superior.
superior. Yeah. So
Master race.
if you were born with like a genetic defect or whatever, they'll probably kill you as a baby. If you were born with like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
allergy or
Oh, X.
something, you're dead.
Just
that reflects upon somebody who wanted a nation like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, uh, but he was a bad guy. He's a bad guy. Um, Pretty much a race that has high ego. The word ego is pretty much everywhere here. The whole
Yeah.
movie is about family versus ego, right? Like
Yeah.
not just ego as in the dad, not just ego, but ego as in the pride in you,
Yeah.
self-centeredness, pompous, all that shit.
Oh
Guys,
my
you gotta
God.
stop doing
Stream.
that, guys. You know what I mean?
Stream.
The Earth
God.
doesn't revolve around you.
Or neither does it to anything.
Hmm. Absolutely. You know
Ooh.
who you are. Oh wow, this guy. Oh wow, it's actually like
I just,
cropping,
there we go. Uh huh.
cropping him
Ooh.
out. Um, and then the Sovereign, they try to escape because Rocket took some batteries with him. They tried to escape. Sovereign's like stopped. Like, yo, these guys just literally teethed us right then and there. We're gonna
Yeah.
fuck these guys up. So they like went after
Yeah.
them with like a million fucking ships.
Yeah.
But it was
Remote though.
yeah, which goes with their sovereign type of idealism where it's like
Yeah.
they don't want their bodies to be scarred or they want to get
Yeah.
hurt or they don't want to, you know what I mean? The chances of it, their bodies
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
imperfect happens. They do it remotely. It kind of looks like a
Yeah.
video game. It's hilarious. Um, I love the MCU, like different types of ships that they have because it's always
Yeah.
like fun to see how they work, especially like how they pilot it.
Yeah.
Like Quill's ship is fine, but then there's one where like the other one where you put your hands like through
Oh
two of
yeah.
the things, and then there's one
The
where it's
monk.
just like a slab in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. Like a Ronin ship and like it's
Hmm.
crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, the MCU has a lot of like good material to pull from because this is already like established material, and
Yeah.
just seeing it on screen is just so nice. Like you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Nova Corps, remember the
Oh
Nova Corps
yeah.
from
Yeah.
the?
Yeah.
You're like, oh damn, that's like
Yeah. Their ships were
oh,
dope, dude.
it's like thought out.
Yeah. And then like they
Yeah,
have like a jet fighter, really enclosed space cockpit type that
yeah,
like yeah, it's just like almost like a second part of their body. It's fucking dope. And then the comics, like a lot of the spaceships there, back then it was just like a sea of lights and buttons, right? It
yeah.
was just like a dash because that's what the supercomputers were back in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't know what the hell what it was gonna look like.
Yeah, so I'm kind
They
of
just
glad
made
that
mad
the
keyboards.
right. It was always like Doctor Doom's in his spaceship and it's just like fucking lights everywhere.
Like, is that
It's like,
intuitive?
and it's like we have to stop the thing, and it just goes off on it.
Yeah, that's X.
um,
Yeah,
but I'm glad that they kind of found a way to, I guess, incorporate both big control panels with simplicity and like, because if you look at it now, all those buttons back then can literally be used like on your phone,
yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like Doctor Doom could have just had a fucking iPhone. He would have been able
It's
to.
like Alexa, turn
Yeah, dude.
Doomsday off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn Doomsday off. Set it to Wednesday. Okay. um,
That's tomorrow.
but yeah, so they get attacked, but then Ego saves them with his floating egg. This guy
Yeah,
already, Ego is a horny dude.
yeah,
Okay, this man is a lot like the Greek gods back then. Like Zeus, just laid with every woman, or every female, or every male.
yeah,
Loki did the same thing.
yeah,
In the mythologies, that's how they reproduce and make demigods because they're gods. They do whatever they want, right? This is the ego thing. It's I can get away with doing things because I'm so powerful. He's an egg. He fucking inserts himself into other planets. He's a planet. He's fucking other planets.
yeah.
That's what
Ooh.
the flower was, right? Is impregnating
Yeah,
everybody like an egg.
yeah,
And
yeah.
even when it like goes with the boost, it's like a sperm.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah.
Like,
And he
yeah,
goes
come
into
on,
play. It's
stream.
just
Telling me this movie's for kids?
Yeah, well, it might be a good lesson. Birds and the bees talk for your kids.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah,
like, "What is it?" And then you just pop this movie in. They're like,
yeah, yeah. Oh, this is actually the modern day like sex ed.
coming of age movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Interesting. Puberty. Puberty is the word. Puberty.
Hmm. Um,
Yeah.
pubescent.
Because Quill is like a child, and I
Yeah,
think
feel
Gamora
like,
says this at some point, right? You were like a child or something.
yeah, for sure. Because
Yeah,
he's
and
stuck. He's stuck in
yeah,
that moment, the year that he
yeah.
left. Because there's no more, you know, like that's why he's stuck with all these songs that are just like it's either were released in the year that he was abducted or before that. There's no fucking apple bottom jeans. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he didn't get to see Nelly. He didn't get to see Ja Rule.
Yeah, I didn't get to see all that. This is all
Oof,
like
damn.
way back in the past. So yeah, pretty
Wow.
much. Yeah, you're right. Puberty and him like finally seeing his dad and like growth in himself and
Yeah.
then like but at the same time it's ego, right? When Sovereign says like, we come from a long line of perfect beings, and then he's like, you're
Oh
not
yeah.
pure Terran, like what are you? And he's like, oh, I don't know what my dad is. And he's like, unorthodox hybrid. um, Seems like that other half is reckless. So like Quill's like, oh, so I guess if whoever my dad is reckless, that means I'm reckless too. Like that's what it means to be a family, like by blood. It says a
Right.
lot about his family as guardians. Thinking egotistically like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ego saves them and they crash land on Bearheart. I don't know how to say his name. Um, the comics, this is the one of the planets that Hulk is at. I'm not really sure why he's at Bearheart, but it's a lot like Earth. There's oxygen, there's trees. Apparently, it's relatively smaller size than Earth, but we don't really get to see that. But anyways, the ship, the Milano, crashes there, pretty crazily, and then what's his name? Ego lands, and then the final moment of "I'm your father, Peter. I'm your daddy," as he said. Um, yeah, what did you think about this part? Were you?
I was suspicious.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely,
suspicious.
absolutely. I
This guy
think.
looking like
Mhm.
actual God
Yeah,
is in a robe,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in a big flying glowing egg. Like
This is like that
fuck.
episode of Will Smith when his dad came back, right? And you're like, Will, don't get too happy. You know what I'm saying? I know your
Oh
dad's here.
yeah,
You want to
yeah.
chill with him. Uncle Phil's in the back
Oh,
going, whatever you want to do, I support you. You know what I mean?
oh my god.
Yeah, this is pretty
Oh my
much
god.
that.
Ooh.
I think everybody had that such a suspicious feeling. Even in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trailer when they revealed that, I was like, he's gonna be the bad guy for sure because it's just like you can't incorporate somebody like that in the long run
Yeah.
into the
Yeah. Who
story.
the hell is this guy? Yeah.
Yeah, and Kurt Russell, come on, son. I
Yeah.
think he would play a pretty good bad guy, and he did. Um, and then so this is the part where they like split up, right? They're like, oh no, not yet. He goes back to Construction, where we see Yondu. So this is the part where Yondu is at the brothel, and he wakes up, and he's like, "Oh,
Oh, this is so good.
just smashed a chick." This is pretty much like Yondu's life being a rock star, fucking space pirate,
Wow.
right? This dude, like,
Wow.
you know, they only space pirates only want two things, right? Birds and booty. That's what he's like. You got the
Say
chickens,
birds?
yeah, chicken heads. You know what I mean?
Oh, word. Oh, yeah.
Bitches, women, women.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Birds and booty. Ah.
Birds and booty,
Oh,
because
booty.
booty
Ah, okay.
treasure and then booty. You know what I'm saying? Space
Booty. I
pirates, man.
see.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
then,
I haven't been a pirate.
oh, you're not a pirate? It's okay.
Nah, not
Yeah.
yet.
Oh shit.
Sounds like a nice life,
This guy said
to be
not. This
honest.
guy said not yet. Like you will be a
Yet.
pirate. Yar
Yeah.
har fiddle dee dee. Being a pirate is alright to be. You are
Yo,
a pirate.
this guy's already a pirate.
Me, I wish I was a pirate. You watch
Yeah,
SpongeBob? You know the episode where they became the
yeah.
crew
You mean
for the Flying Dutchman or something? No,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
no. They had their own pirate ship or something, right?
Oh, I saw the Flying Dutchman one, and it's like Lee Lee Lee. Yo, that shit. I will never ever forget that.
Shout out to SpongeBob, man.
Lee 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 Lee.
It's like,
Come on, Patrick.
when
Oh shit.
Patrick was like, Captain, there's a. And it's like, Patrick, you're supposed to say ARG as a pirate. He's like,
Arg,
ARG,
Captain.
Captain.
There's
He's like, ARG,
Arg.
hey, ARG. There's. They just crash. So
Wow. Come
stupid, man.
on.
SpongeBob. Yo, shout out to SpongeBob SquarePants, dude. One of the OGs. But yeah, so in this scene, we learn a little bit about Yondu's reputation within the Ravager family or the Ravager squad. Apparently,
Yeah.
he's been exiled. He's been like frowned upon because he worked with kids. Right? We learn later on it's pretty much like child trafficking for him.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
before Quill, this was an ongoing thing for Ego, and he was shamed for that. And like
Yeah.
Stakar, played by Rocky Balboa himself, uh, you another huge actor. I mean, dude,
Yeah. How do they get these?
Stallone in an MCU movie, like,
Yeah. How? First it was Jeff. Oh no no not yet not yet not
yeah, no, yeah, that's what they're on.
yet.
But
Yeah,
even
but
Kurt, even
that's
Kurt
a
Russell. I mean, Kurt Russell's in the same movie. That's like almost in the
yeah.
same era. You know what I mean? Of like
That's
old
crazy.
school action heroes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, which
They're
Quill,
just finding roles for these dudes.
yeah, and he didn't do half bad. I mean, yeah, he sounded exactly like Rocky. But what
Yeah.
did you expect? It's fucking Rambo over here. It's
That
Stallone.
because
Like,
that's what we wanted.
yeah, like if he tried to play a different type of character, that would have been weird. But
Yeah.
that was him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll never go. That's what he said, right?
Yeah. It's so good. Yo, this scene actually is like should be an Emmy. It should win an Emmy.
Yeah, the acting was pretty
Yeah.
hardcore. The exchange
Yeah.
between Yondu, for him too, the guy playing Yondu, he did. I forgot his name, but yeah, he did really well in this movie in terms
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. He
the
showed out.
he showed out. Yeah, his acting skills were out and about, and it was great to see him go a different
Yondu.
dimension from the first one. Because in the first one, he kind of felt like just one sided a little bit. He was a sort of a character, but in this one, it's like 2 dimension or 3 dimensional. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. He had
Hmm.
some depth.
Yeah.
Some
And then
depth.
they even talk about like Stallone saying, if you, I won't even show up at your funeral. That's what he said. I gotta go have a day with
Oh my
Adrian.
god,
Adrian. That's
that was so mean. It's like the
yeah,
colors won't like shine for you or something.
yeah. The Ravagers won't shine for you,
Yeah.
you piece of shit. That's what he said.
Michael Rooker.
Yes.
Michael Rooker. God damn.
Roker or Rourke? He's not
Rooker.
Roker. Okay, I thought he was
Rooker.
related to
Mickey.
my bird. I want my bird.
My butt. Butt.
That's
I like
another
the way he
big. That's
said
another
butt.
big name. Sorry, that's another '90s. I
Yeah.
guess not late '90s, mid '90s, late '90s action movie star right there. Mickey Rourke.
My
Fucking
God.
bullet.
They're using familiar faces to us
Hmm.
so that we're like more it just cements
Yeah,
the legitimacy of this
yeah.
franchise.
Because as a kid, these are the actors that our dads would recognize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are the ones that they
Yeah.
not grew up, but like in their 20s or 30s. This is who they saw in the movie theaters when they're like trying to
Yeah.
take her mom out on a date. It's like, "Hey, let's
Oh,
go
yeah, yeah,
watch
yeah.
Escape from New York." She's like,
I
"Let me see
don't know what that
your
movie is.
Solid Snake." And he's like,
Is that really? where Solid Snake is from?
Well, it's like it's hard not to say it's not. What is a solid snake? It's a hard cock. That's what it is. It's like Kojima. I don't know what's going on over there, but
I thought you were talking about the the character
oh yeah. So Solid Snake was inspired by the character from
or the movie.
Escape from New York. Yeah, with the
Okay,
eye patch and everything. Pretty much Kurt Russell.
interesting.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
like
Solid
the
Snake. That's
not
a
the
boner.
story, but like the
But the character.
Solid Snake. Yeah, it is a boner. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
that
Um,
is an erection.
um, but yeah, when he talked about the funeral, he's that's a death flag right there.
Yeah,
Yondu's just
yeah.
waving it back and forth. I'm gonna die in this movie. But does he? You're gonna have to wait. Um, they have a little bonfire back at Burhart and talk about dads and Yondu as to why he got stolen, and then Drax is like, "I thought Yondu was your father," which is the quiet wisdom
Wrong,
guy
dude.
always talks. He's kind of not wrong. He's technically not wrong.
Yeah.
Um, we also get introduced to Mantis, the other addition to the MCU family, played by Pom Clementif, a very cool character from the comics that deals with hypnosis, healing, and what is that? Empathy,
Uh,
like
uh,
empathy type of powers, pretty much transferring or emitting emotions with touch, which is a very useful tool to have, apparently, to a god and to a team that saved galaxies. Pretty cool. What do you think about her? Did you like her at first? Was she a cool character?
yes, I thought she was pretty cool.
Hmm.
Just a weird superpower. It's
Yeah,
like that's such a unique and almost like just made for the plot kind of.
sort of in a way, but it's like support. It's a support character. If you were playing
Yeah, yeah.
a fighting game, she would be like an Elena in Street Fighter, or
Oh,
if you pick
interesting.
the healing assist from Morrigan, something like that,
Yeah,
which is for like technical stuff,
yeah.
right? There's
Interesting.
some X Men that are like that, where it's like it can be weaponized, but really the point of it is either for defensive or for like espionage. You know what I mean?
True. True.
Uh,
True. True. True.
because she does play a big part later on when she kind of sedates Ego
Yeah.
for a while so that they can plant the bomb and do all the other shit, um, which is pretty crazy. But yeah,
It's power.
I've never I don't know anywhere where Palm is from, the actress, but she does it pretty well. She's funny. She has like an
Yeah. Nice delivery.
innocent vibe, kind of like aloof and oblivious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the banter between them and Drax.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely the friendship that was formed over there. A lot of people were speculating whether it's going to be romantic or not, but it seems like it's just back and forth, witty, and it's like insult humor. Like an insult
Yeah.
comic would up there, right?
Oh my
Drax is
god.
so stupid. Like it's
Yeah.
hilarious. That guy's just
He's so thick.
yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god.
I love the fact that I'm not saying he's predictable, but sort of like in a way where it's like if shit's going down, he's definitely laughing. He's definitely having a good time. If things are violent, he's definitely laughing.
Yeah.
Um, and he says like stupid things just to one up some people, and he never lies. Like there's a lot of things that Drax does that just makes him so unique. And then to see him interact with like Tony and them later on, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Because
Oh yeah.
to Tony, people from
Oh
space are
yeah.
smart as fuck,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, that's so true.
And then this guy's just like, "I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?"
I'm dying.
What's going on? And even
He's
Strange,
like,
for Strange, it was like to him, even he was kind of new to the whole situation, right? It's like,
yeah, yeah.
who's master? What master do you serve? And then Quill's like,
Yeah.
master do I serve?
What am I supposed to say?
Jesus.
Jesus?
It's fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Do it, Quill. I can take it. No, you can't take it.
Yo, he kills me when he says, I can take it.
No, you cannot take it.
Yeah, that's space. That's obliteration right there.
Yeah, that was like a crazy looking
Yeah.
gun that
Yeah, what
Tony
the fuck was that? That
Tony
was
made.
like, what was that? It's like a plasma. It's like, you
Yeah,
know,
like the plasma gun from Halo. It looked like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout
It looked
outs
like
to
pure energy.
shout outs to Halo, man. If you guys are
Shout
excited
out to
for
the
the new
snipers.
Halo,
Pew pew.
which sniper was your favorite? The
Halo 3 or Halo 2.
you like the laser one, the alien one?
No, I like the classic. Oh,
Uh,
that's it feels good when
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know the dual shock is like.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's nice.
Shout outs to the new Halo coming out. I know you guys are excited for that, and I'm glad that you finally got what you were asking for.
Nice.
But
Yep.
wake me up when Marvel's here. All right.
Yep. I'll be asleep. I'll
Okay.
be in the cryo sleep like the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to
Yeah.
wake me up with certain words like DHC, TAC, push block, and I just wake up.
Oh, I'm dying.
7 golden letters. You're like, ah. And then they
That's
electrify
true.
your thing. Ah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, they're like reset him.
reset him.
Do
Hit
the
the
jab
store. Yeah.
and command grab input. Reset him.
He's like, he's not doing it. Button check. Reset him. um. Anyways,
Oh
let's
yeah. Are we
get
talking
back.
about?
Get back. Yeah, we get introduced to the Mantis,
Yeah.
and then this is the idea where they get Raccoon and Nebula, the prisoner, and wait, who else stays? Nebula, Groot. Groot stays as well, right? Baby Groot. Yeah, Baby Groot stays on Bearheart so that Raccoon can fix the ship, and then the rest of the guys will go into Ego's planet, or forgot what he says it, but he said, "I'll take you home."
I think actually Groot goes with the rocket.
Yeah, like he stays at Bearheart.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
they have to fix the ship. Um,
Word. Right. That makes sense.
and then wait, where is it? But yeah, and we also get introduced to the space jump portals here. It's the
Oh
first
yeah.
time that we get to see that, and it becomes like the staple way of traveling in space in the
Like
MCU
in
after
long,
this. Hmm.
long distances. Yeah.
Yeah, and it like fucks up their faces. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
really cool.
That's
Um,
sick.
and then we get to see this again later on in Thor, the Devil's Anus, and it's like it's practically it's practically a space highway, right?
Yeah.
Like you enter and exit, and then this is done like in other universes, two or other works like Star Wars. They do it with the jump drive. Star Trek does it with the same thing, warp drive, I believe, right? Um, and it's just a reasonable way for these people to get from one place to the other in the ends of the galaxies in like a faster time. Because if you really think about it, you can't just go to like from here to fucking Venus, dude. If we take a normal ship,
Just like a month or something.
oh, this is gonna take like years. Wait, is it?
Oh yeah. I think.
Light
Well,
years. What is a light year?
I don't
It's a
know. That's
lot.
like that's a lot. That's
Yeah,
the speed of light we're talking about.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
one light year is already a lot.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
had to find a way to like, or else it'd be a very boring movie. It was just the entire time them
Yeah.
traveling. Pretty cool. In the ship, Mantis
Murph.
explains her powers in a very jokes way with Quill and Drax. This is where um, the whole exchange was with revealing that Quill has
Sexual tense.
sexual feelings for
Yep.
her. And like fucking Drax goes off dying, and then she puts him to sleep, which is pretty cool because we get to see uh, that later on being done to Ego, and then we learned that that's what her job is, pretty much to Ego, right? Uh,
Yeah.
a god needs to sleep, but a god doesn't know how to, or like I don't really know,
How
or
you know?
helps him sleep.
That's crazy how
That's
you
like
don't know how to
that's like
sleep.
Kush. That's like Kush, I guess. Just if he just smoked something, he would have just went to sleep. Easy as that. You don't need that, man.
Yeah,
You don't need a
yeah,
mantis. What is that?
yeah. Mantis, is that a strain?
Yo, I should Palm Clementif. That sounds like a strain.
Oh yeah,
A
that's
little bit,
nice. That's a
yeah.
nice.
Um, and then back to the ship, the Ravagers. Um, they're actually they were paid or they were ordered by the Sovereign to go after the Guardians. So now they're over at Burhart and they're about to attack uh, Rocket at night, which is called a Commissado attack. I don't know why I know that. And then we get to see
Whoa.
Rocket do his traps, which is he's really
Cool.
famous for in the comics of doing. And we got to see like the gravity trap, which I guess is kind of like the spring trap that he does, and he like fucking like
Yeah.
really comical. They're just like going up and down, the needles to the face, the fucking
The slow mo.
yeah, the slow mo,
Sick.
and then he like put a fucking tag on all of them and electrocuted all of them, which is like the electric net sort of
Nice.
move that he has. He
Yeah,
even does a grab on the Ravager. He goes up to him and like scratches him in the face. Um,
yeah.
you can do the flap
Nice.
trap after that and then go into minigun. I
Yeah.
think.
Bear trap. X Factor.
Bear trap.
Bear trap. Log trap.
Yeah.
Huh.
But then Yondu during the standoff gets overthrown because he's making some choices here that his crew is not really agreeing with.
Yeah.
He's protecting
Yeah.
Quill once again, and we've seen him do this uh, before in the first one. But I guess to them it's kind of like this is a recurring thing. Like, why do you keep protecting that boy?
Yeah.
And fucking Nebula shoots him in the fucking head. I thought he was dead at first. I'm like, no, but then like, oh,
Taser face?
it's just like no Yondu. Like when he
Oh
gets shot in the head
I thought yeah.
by Nebula.
I also thought he died there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she
But
eats
apparently
the. Yeah, apparently not because that wasn't part of his head. That was just
not
a
yet.
mechanical thing. Um,
Yes.
and then she eats a root, and she's like, "It's not ripe," which
Yeah.
they've been telling her
That's
that the
why.
entire time. I'm hungry. Give me that root. It's not ripe. Um, um, the Nebula strikes a deal, and she says, "Yo, I'll tell you where they are. They got bounties on their head, son. I want to kill my sister." You know,
Wow.
she's still adamant about being a sister. Once again, family plays a part in this movie with Nebula um, having a grudge against Gamora for
Yeah.
being the better sister. Right? We learn that every time she loses the battle against her sister, her dad takes away a real piece of her and replaces it with a metal part.
That's crazy.
That's why
Psychotic.
she's all patched up. That means she kept losing, bro. She took that
Yeah.
L first to 15.
She, she's
You didn't break
she's
three. Yeah,
oh my god.
yeah,
Half of her whole like fucking body is L.
yeah,
Losses.
yeah.
That's
Imagine
crazy.
that. You gotta wear your L's. Be the worst.
No,
Stop it,
I would
bro.
never.
Yeah.
I would never.
Stop going to pools. If you're never gonna get
Yeah.
out of pools, don't go there.
Yeah.
um,
Just stay casual.
yeah, exactly. Still like fun matches, you know. Um,
Yeah. Friendlies, you know.
friendlies. Yeah.
Yo, are you playing friendlies here? Friendlies?
Who's
Yo, get the
playing?
fuck out of here.
Who's playing friendlies? Get the fuck out of here, son.
Shut up, kid. You have money?
Oh man. Uh, and then cut back to the rest of the other guys, the other team. They arrive on Ego, and then we pretty much quickly learn that he's a celestial being. He's pretty much a god. The whole planet is him. Like the planet has a face, um,
Yeah,
which is accurate to what he
that's,
actually looks like in the comics. In the comics, he doesn't have a human form. It's just a planet. So it's pretty cool in this one that they give him a human form that he's able to do that at the same time. It makes sense, right? As a celestial
yeah, that makes
being, you're
sense.
able to control matter, so you can technically make whatever you want. But even Quill's still kind of skeptical. Everyone's pretty much skeptical at this point. You know what I mean? Like they're taking everything with a grain of salt, regardless of how amazing or cool the news might be uh,
Yeah,
about Peter's dad. You know, there's still some things that are weird because, like, at the end of the day, uh, he still ended up leaving the mom. The mom still ended up dying. He still was absent for most of his life. So there's a lot of things that are still going in Quill's
yeah,
head. Um, but as soon as they arrive to Ego, it cuts back to the ship for the Ravagers. We see that Yondu's followers are the ones that stood by him are being thrown overboard, which is a pretty gruesome death, like gruesome scene
yeah.
if you think about it.
Yo,
Because
that's a little much.
yeah, like
Like, they look real. It's like the Titanic, or
yeah,
worse,
yeah,
because it's in HD.
yeah. Titanic is they have like
Yeah,
frozen faces. You know that's what Jack looked
yeah.
like when he like sank under the. Sorry, spoilers.
Ooh, Jack dies.
Spoilers for Titanic. Although I don't know, the whole movie's a spoiler. You know,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no one,
Titanic.
yeah, no one ever goes into the theater for the first time going, "I wonder if it'll sink." Like, no, it will. The whole movie's about it sinking.
Maybe this rendition, everyone survives.
Yeah, apparently it's
uh,
unsinkable, right? That's what it is. It's like you know that comic strip when the guys come out of the theater from watching You Got Served, and then there's a lineup, and the guy's like, "Man, those guys really got served." And the guy's like, "Whoa, spoilers, bro."
I'm dying.
It's like really? That's what the
Yeah.
fucking
Oh man.
um. But yeah, that being thrown overboard in space reflects Yondu's death pretty much later on in the movie on how he dies. But it also tells you about the Ravager life. They're pretty much like pirates, man. Much like how you walk the plank, you get fucking thrown overboard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they're pirates. They're like Jack
No
Sparrow.
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the tale
Oh yeah.
of Captain Jack Sparrow. New bottom flame.
Yeah. I remember someone at the end was like, I didn't know Michael Bolton was a cinephile.
You complete me. Yeah. So
What the
good, dude.
fuck?
I love in the beginning. I just
Yeah.
watched that new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Yeah, it's great. Anyways, yeah, you ready to rock and roll? Yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about. And they all love Tortuga.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Such such an iconic song.
Yeah. Shout outs to Michael Bolton, dude.
Yeah.
You
The
got a
pipes.
he's got a friend in me. Oh wait,
Oh wow.
that's
No,
not
no,
him.
that's
That's a different guy.
that's another white
You
guy.
got something to lean on? That's him, right? To
No, no.
lean on.
Nope.
That's him, bro. I just
Oh,
finished listening to the album.
Michael
Hold on.
Bolton.
Yes, hold on. Let me
Yo,
I have my library right
you
here.
go the distance, Michael Bolton.
Oh, of course.
How am
And
I? How am I supposed to live without
oh
you,
yeah,
Michael Bolton?
classic right there. But I have the greatest hits in my phone.
Lean on me? I don't know about that.
It might be another song. Hold on. Yeah, it is Lean on Me. Yeah, that's him.
No way.
Yeah. Lean on
Okay,
me. Maybe you
that's him.
yeah, originally maybe you listened to a cover or something. This guy's fucking
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yo, this guy's was ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
What the fuck? I got shot. My laundry basket fell over,
Oh
and then
shit,
I got shook. Yo, clip
dude.
that stream.
Was it like a girl? This girl, she got me shook. Don't pretty brown eyes, sexy little thighs.
Sexy little thighs. The way that she moves just gets to me. Yo, that music video inspired the whole TikTok movement.
I gotta lie,
Yo, look at the
those,
camera.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was sick because then he would go to the low and his like shoes would be
yeah.
like, it's pretty dope. I gotta lie.
Oh my
Shout out
god.
to Sean Desmond, man. Wherever you are.
Yeah, that's the local boy.
Yeah.
GTA born and raised.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And he has a brother, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Actually,
He's another a singer, whatever. Um,
I think you're thinking of George Nazuka and Justin Nazuka.
oh yeah, that's another one. Shout out to
Yeah,
George
yeah,
Nazuka. I saw him at PJ's Pet Shop. Shorter
yeah.
than I would probably thought. Yeah. Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
he is
Shout out
this.
to the 5'3" boys.
Is that what they are?
I
Jesus.
think they're that short. I don't know.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, ding.
So now
That's
here we
godlike.
are
Yo,
to
to
the
my
light,
place.
to the lights down low.
Oh my god.
It's funny how like if you play that anywhere else, they kind of don't know, eh? It's so
No,
like
no.
concentrated in Toronto, GTA, like
Yeah,
much music
yeah.
that it's like
I don't think he hit the charts
like
outside of
global.
Canada.
Yeah, no, but it was
Yeah,
fire
yeah,
though because he made others
yeah,
lie to me. Oh my god,
yeah.
dude,
Oh my
ridiculous.
god. Yeah.
Shout out to George, and
And Justin.
yeah, Justin Ozuka. Only like one song from you. um,
So good. All I need is one.
but yeah, so Yondu's followers gets thrown overboard. They're living that pirate life, and we get introduced to Taserface, which is apparently a real person in the comic book who's also a
Yeah.
Ravager, and such a stupid name. Um,
Yeah.
but really good comic relief, I would say, just because of how stupid
Yeah.
his name is and how
Yeah. It's
much.
been pretty serious for the Ravagers.
Yeah, it's been pretty like um,
Yeah, like they're really
the,
rapey. Like,
yeah, a little bit, like a gang. Even the
yeah,
way they treat Groot, they're like pouring all the liquor over him, like ah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's very piratey.
yeah, and then Taserface comes in. It's like I am Taserface, and like Rocket fucking laughs at him. It's metaphorical. It's like no, it's not. It's not
No,
metaphorical. They even the sovereign nation laughs at him. He's just like a silly character. Um, but then Nebula doesn't want to be the leader, but she also convinces them not to kill Yondu and Rocket or Groot. Well, actually, they
yeah,
said Groot was too cute to kill. That's what Taserface
yeah.
said, so he doesn't want to kill him. Um, but
But this
she
one,
she really only wants Gamora dead, and she said
yeah,
that you won't get a bounty from Xandar or whoever for these guys. Oh, sorry, from the Sovereign if they're dead, they want them alive or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They need to be punished.
Uh huh.
Already punished.
So this is probably like a little bit, and you're like, maybe Nebula is just trying to really help them try to get Gamora because even then she's like, I'm gonna take a ship, uh, and find her myself, and then when I find her, I'll tell you guys to come through, and you get Quill. That's who they want in the
Yeah,
first place, right?
yeah,
So maybe that she already had some good intentions here and there, but for now she just really wants to kill Gamora and nobody else. Um,
yeah,
and then Mantis and Drax share a pretty sentimental moment by the fountain. and she finds out what happened to his family through her
Yeah.
powers, and she's like crying and shit. Um, and this is like another subject of family, but this time from Drax of what he went through. He used to have that family of having a normal life until Thanos came in and fucking kills everyone. And then this is where he talks about how ugly she is. You can be beautiful on the inside. Never letting that
Yo,
go. You are hideous. You are ugly.
I'm dying. Oh my god. Like the perfect way to break the tension.
Yeah. And even Gamora coming out. What are you guys talking about? She's like, he's calling me ugly, and he's like smiling. He's just like, what are you trying to do, Drax? Horrible. um,
He's a player.
but then this is where we get the hint that there might be something wrong because Mantis kind of gained, um, Drax's trust, and then
Yeah,
she kind of wants to tell him something, but then Gamora comes
yeah.
in the picture and kind of goes quiet about it. So now we have a little hint that you know there's something wrong with this Kurt Russell guy.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
The
yeah,
snake,
yeah.
the snake isn't solid. This guy's this guy's
Mm-hmm.
something. Yeah, he's not Liquid Snake either because he was pretty cool character. He's like gaseous snake. Yeah.
What? Like Casper, the friendly ghost?
Shout out to Casper the Friendly Ghost, man. I don't even know. There's some kids nowadays that have no idea who that is. It didn't age that well.
No,
Like
they probably only hear it in rap albums. You know.
even then, those rappers would have to be like the old guys. Because if you think about it, there is no common like. There's no newer rendition of fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, they haven't re-upped in a while.
Yeah,
Interesting.
dude. Like yeah, at work when like me and this other guy, he's like 28. He's almost 29. Like me and him kind of get the same reference about Casper, but then these other kids are like 17. Like we're talking about like Richie Rich, because this guy came in and he had like a red sweater with an R on it, right? And I was like, yo, yeah, I'm like, yo, Richie Rich over here. And then the guy, the 29 years, like dying. He's like, yo, he even has the blonde hair. And the guy's like, who's
Those
Richard
jokes.
Rich? Yeah, dude. He's like, who's Richard Rich? I'm like, what?
What? I didn't watch the show, but I know who Richie Rich is.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's a movie, Richard Rich,
Yeah.
fucking Macaulay
Word.
Culkin. You know what I mean? Um,
Oh, that's where it's from.
like ridiculous. Even like this one kid who he's like a fashion guy, right? He comes in with like a dress shirt with like I'm not making fun of it, but he comes in with a dress shirt with like a tie, a black tie. Uh Not really like khakis, but like old school khakis and like Converse, right? Right? And I'm like, oh wow, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance is here. And he legit said, who's My Chemical Romance? Yeah. I'm just like, what? That's
Oh my
crazy.
god, no way.
I'm like, these are
Yo,
banging
I'm
jokes and
not.
nobody is laughing.
Yo, you're like,
Yeah, like
what the?
this would have
I'm
killed.
not okay.
He's not okay, bro, because
Yeah,
he lost Helena in the
check
bl-
up on him.
in the Black Parade. When
Oh my
I
god.
was a young boy, my father.
Ow. Utang in my ears.
sorry. Yelled that one.
I'm
It
dying.
took me into the city, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, where are we?
We're in the Black Parade. That's where we. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah. So we're at the part where there's a hint
Oh, I'm
now
dying.
that Ego is a bastard. He's a bastard. Um,
Oh man.
but then it automatically cuts to Peter playing catch with his dad with a little energy ball. Um,
Yeah.
and like this is where you gotta get to see a little hint. Ego was really excited that Peter was able to harness the energy, like create the energy and throw the ball around because this is what he's been waiting for. This is all part of the plan.
Yeah.
This is something that he's been waiting for years or centuries since he was, you know, he came up with the plan as a brain. Um, And it's cute because it's like, you know, you play catch with your dad or play catch with our dad. It's a white thing, I think. Playing catch with your dad.
Yeah.
The fuck do we catch in Philippines, bro? Like, the only thing we catch in
There's no.
Philippines is dengue. That's it.
Oh
Death. That's what we catch.
my god.
And hands too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh
Square
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Oh my god. We don't even have fucking fields big enough.
No. Who cuts grass, bro? Tell me one
No.
Filipino guy who owns a lawnmower in Philippines. Tell me.
Who's got a lawn?
There we go. Thank you very much. And if you do, or you have a cow that does that for you. You have a cow that
Yeah, yeah,
eats the
yeah.
grass for you. Yeah,
The Carabao with the
yeah, bro.
horns.
Yeah. Lawnmower is a goat
Yeah,
with the horns. This guy.
yeah.
Tama, bro.
Calabao looks like I don't know, something.
It's a water buffalo. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
okay. That's what it is.
Um, yeah, Peter plays catch with his dad, and we learn a little bit about Yondu's past. He was part of Stallone's team until he
Yeah,
broke the code. So I guess this
yeah.
is where human
It was the
trafficking
one
came.
time,
Well, it
or is
was.
it a bunch of times?
Well, remember all the bones that were found in the cave where Gamora and all the old dead children that didn't harness the power was? Those were all delivered by Yondu.
Delivered.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is how much guilt he has in terms
that's
of
crazy.
like breaking the code, right? It's like it's not just human trafficking, but it's like letting that guy kill all these children because they couldn't do one thing that he wanted to do, which is harness energy and
That's crazy.
get with a plan. Yeah. And so
Yo,
Yondu has some demons, man. You know what I'm saying? And he tried
yeah,
to make up for it by trying to raise this young little boy, but even then, this young little boy had no idea what was happening. You
it's crazy.
know. But yeah, Groot helps Yondu and Rocket escape by getting his prototype fin, and then Yondu ends up looking more like his comic book counterpart, with it being an actual mohawk, like super tall and
Yeah.
spiky. You know what I mean? Um, and the walkout sequence, dude, was fucking badass. Like
Oh
he
my
just
god, come on. Are you kidding me?
like that was OD. That she was
Yeah.
X Factor times 6. It's like one shot kill everybody. You know,
That's
giblets
nuts.
everywhere. You know?
How? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how good he
He
was
says,
at controlling that thing.
he's like, I don't use my brain or something.
No, he doesn't.
I go, I go S.
He just raw ass.
All,
The entire time.
all heart.
All heart, absolutely, man.
It's
Um,
like, come at me, S.
yeah, and the whole ship like gets blown to like
Yeah.
it
But
wasn't
he,
just the people that the crew. It was like the ship, dude. He like took down the
yeah,
entire ship.
yeah. I didn't know his power level was like that, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He would have
That's
been.
maybe why he was never like brought to justice by the other Ravagers because he was so powerful.
Yeah, I think they knew that if they really tried to do something with him, it wouldn't have ended without a battle. You know what I mean? They would have to fight him.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Ravagers aren't really the authority type. You know what I mean? That would
yeah,
go
yeah,
against a lot of what they don't believe in, which is like the Nova
yeah,
Corps. Like they don't
yeah,
take people in prison or whatever. They do jobs. They do what they have
yeah,
to do to get paid. If the Ravager,
yeah,
if another Ravager clan or tribe, breaks the code, it's just exile. It's just
yeah. Like you're
disassociation.
not, you're not a Ravager. Stop saying you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's like, hey, Adrian. Um, how can I not look at Rocky? Every time fucking Stallone gets in there, it's like Rocky all over again. Um, Quill and Gamora argue, and the lines "I finally found my real family. Don't you understand that?" was hit pretty hard for Gamora because she says, "I thought you already had." Very powerful exchange
Ooh,
because the members feel like the moment Quill's father showed up, uh, you know, he was slowly slipping away from this tight knit
yeah,
family that was supposed to stick together. You know, at the end of the first movie, they kind of grew as a group, and then now Quill is like, "Oh, I found my real family. Like, I don't need you. I don't need you jerks." You know what I mean? And throughout this movie, he's had little quarrels with everybody. You know, um, trying to outpilot Rocket, Rocket fighting back, Drax making fun of him for being embarrassed, you know, Gamora not wanting to dance, like being so uptight and not speaking about the unspoken thing. To Quill, it was just like this bond that I have with my father at the moment is way better than what they're giving me. You know, he's kind of like getting a clearer picture about what their relationships are. And it's weakening the Guardians, but it's strengthening his dad up until later. Uh, Then Gamora goes out there because he tried to dance in a field of dandelions. Fucking Nebula comes through with a fucking. It's
That's
always
crazy.
like that. Why is it with Nebula just going ham? This is the same way that she came at Thanos in Infinity War, just
Yeah,
with a ship and just crashing it, going all
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Um, but to them, it feels like it's normal. To them, this is just another fight. They've probably fought each other so much that it's second nature for them to go ham on each other, you know. Um, and then they Gamora saves her from the burning ship or whatever, and you know they argue about who won. And then Nebula says, "You always wanted to win, but I just wanted a sister." And so
wow,
the theme of family comes in again, where like you know Gamora, she thought that that's what Nebula always wanted to do,
yeah.
right? It was like, I didn't know that you just wanted a sister, bro. I'm right here. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of sad because,
Yeah,
like, much like Loki, who we lost in Infinity War after getting closer with Thor, Gamora dies in Infinity War after being closer with Nebula.
yeah,
Some of these characters that grown such a good way ended up leaving, except the other one is the latter and the former. You know. Pretty crazy how they do that. But yeah, shout outs to Sisterly Love, man. Traveling Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
hmm.
Never watched it, but
Me neither,
the,
but I support that movie.
the word sisterhood is in it, and I support females
Yes, sir.
because
And also, cause why? In those jeans, like, yo, I think the main song for that movie is the main theme song
Mm.
is Genuine, in those jeans.
Is it? No, they won't use genuines in those
No,
jeans.
like it's the opening scene and the closing scene is like pretty thick, like I like it.
Shout out to Genuine, man. My God.
Yo,
Uh,
oh my
I can't
god.
even genuine. Oh man, genuine's like don't play that around your parents, guys. Okay,
Yeah, no, don't
somebody
put that
said.
on a CD.
Yeah, there are some artists that you don't put on a CD. Genuine is one of them. R. Kelly's probably
Yeah.
one of them.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
explicit R&B. There's some R&B. It's nice. You know, like Usher. Get some R&B in there.
Yeah.
Maybe not nice and slow. It's a little too graphic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's
2000 Usher. Yeah.
yeah, 2000 Usher was which one? Like, uh,
Bad. Like you got it bad.
oh
Uh,
yeah, dude. What's that album called? 18007.
I think so.
Yeah, before Confessions, right? He got You Got It Bad.
Yeah.
You remind
Yeah.
me of dun, 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 dun,
So
dun,
good.
dun, dun.
Yo, no one makes music like that now.
At the end of
Like,
that music video where he steps out of the car, I wanted to step out of that car like that every single time.
yo, I love that scene so much. He's
He's
like, whoa, and then
oh,
he's like flapping.
oh, dude, yeah. It's always like that, man. It's always a street, and the fucking
I gotta fucking see that
and the road is
right
always
now.
like glistening. It's like it just rained.
I know. It's gold. He's
uh,
golden as well. What the fuck?
Usher Raymond, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout outs to
Oh man.
oh You. Yo, you gotta do that thing, right? The
Oh shit. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
oh, the build up, bro. Oof,
Oh my god, was God like,
dude, it's the best.
dude?
It's the best. In,
That's the butterfly effect.
in those era in that year, yeah, that music video was like top 10, always top 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Much
For
Music
months.
or BT or
Yeah,
anywhere, man. It's fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah.
dude. Do they still do that top 100 music videos?
I don't know actually.
That used to make my
I don't.
afternoon, dude. I used to like get bear snacks.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh man,
Dude, you know, they don't do that anymore because there's just so much.
it's not even that.
You
It's
know.
because you can control whenever you want to watch it. Back then, it was like, yo,
Yeah,
if you miss top 100 that day, like that's
yeah,
it's hard to miss it, right? Because there's so
yeah,
many. But obviously they skip, right? It's like 100, then it's like 90.
yeah.
They
And
don't.
you're like, whoa.
Yeah, they don't play every single music video
No,
until like top
but when they
20.
do,
That's when it's
yeah,
like every single one.
yeah,
But what are you gonna do? Record it, bro? You're gonna be an idiot. No, nobody
no,
records it. You gotta be in the moment.
yeah, yeah. It's one of those drop-in moments.
Did you have a
Like, you,
TV in your bedroom
yeah,
as a kid?
I did.
Oh
No,
fuck.
not until I was like 14 or 15.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's not bad either.
yeah,
14, 15, that's good enough. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like I didn't have a
I had a
computer.
computer.
Oh, this guy
Yeah,
is fancy guy.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah. Like my dad was the first to discover Factory Direct in 2002.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I know this place. He took us, and I'm like, oh, it's just cheap ass shit.
Electronics, yeah, dude. And
Yeah,
like,
blenders.
man, Factory Direct. All I remember from that place is just it's hot.
Yeah,
There's like a shitload of people.
yeah.
Everyone's haggling. Like, bro, it's cheap already. Like, calm down. Like,
Oh shit, yo. You know
and
what's actually crazy? The white people I know have never experienced
yeah, they don't know
that.
what that is.
Like here, they're like, you haggle at a place like, what is this, a market? And I'm like, chill, bitch, slow your roll.
It's an art, dude. It's an art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
Some people
Don't be
invite that.
cheap.
Some people invite that in. They sometimes they price it so that it makes you haggle.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's hilarious. You can haggle anywhere. Except for like go to like Best Buy. You can't haggle Best Buy. You're like,
yeah, yeah. No, don't do that.
yeah. So how much for the hard drive? They're like 69. You're like 50, and you're like, what? You're like,
Sure. So here's half the
yeah.
storage for
If
in your budget
if I scan this
range.
barcode, it's gonna be 69 either way. So
Yeah, that's how they get you. That's why you don't go there.
you go to Factory Direct, guys. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We'd look for the guy on the phone while trying to handle customers. It's just
yeah,
like shout outs to him.
yeah, yeah.
Most likely
Pressure.
brown guy.
Actually, that's always a brown guy.
It is, yeah. So yeah, Gamora and Nebula fight. She just wanted a sister. Then it cuts back to Ego and is further explaining to Quill about his true intentions and how Quill is going to be part of his plan to pretty much dominate the galaxy. But he's saying it.
Yeah,
He's like sugarcoating it a little bit. You know what I mean? He's like, "Oh, it's because we want to make a world a better place. Like lively. To take control of the people that are starving, stuff like that."
yeah,
Uh, but then we learned this about most powerful beings: is they don't lie. They never really usually lie, and maybe it's the ego thing where they have no need to hide something
yeah,
because they're so powerful. But he admits that he was the one who put the tumor in his mom's head, and at the same time, this is where we find the skeletons in Ego's closet. You
Yeah.
know, tons of like I guess babies, kids who wasn't good enough to fulfill the plan were killed and tossed aside. There's literally piles of them. And there's even some Easter eggs in there that look like a Stitch skull. There's a Corbinite skull that looked like from the race of Beta Ray Bill. There was one looked like Jar Jar Binks' skull. There's a cool little doodads here and
X
there.
X.
Um, but yeah, that's when Quill was like, "The fuck." Like his eyes just turned back to normal because he had the fucking galaxy in his eyes as soon as he was told that Ego was the one who killed his mom. And he starts blasting at him, dude, like no questions asked. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
fucking splicing it with his body. And he's a celestial being. This guy doesn't die from plasma blasts.
No,
Right?
no, no, no.
And he hits
Death
Quill.
Star this
Uh,
guy.
yeah, he hits Quill with a dirty noodle. Command grab him.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Destroys his Walkman. Yeah,
Yeah.
destroys his
That's
Walkman.
so mean.
Dude, like, and that Walkman from the first movie, he went back for that Walkman because one of those guards took it. It meant a lot to him. So this is like, that's it. You killed my mom, and now you destroyed the Walkman, who is like
Yeah.
her, the way that
That's a
she was
memory.
living through me, through music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and then that's where they get the plan. Everything goes down. The whole planet is crumbling. Rocket comes in with an old mining ship from like that they used in the Ascavarian Ascavarian job that Yondu did, which is a callback to one of the girls that Quill slept with in another planet. And they drill all
Oh
the
yeah.
way to the middle, and then the Sovereign ships come. So this is now when all hell's breaking loose. You got Ravagers, you got Ego going crazy, you got Quill trying to be trapped. The Guardians trying to get him out. Yondu with Rocket trying to save Quill and them, and at the same time, hopefully kill Ego. And they get the plan that they need to plant a bomb in Ego's head, which is a lot like a tumor in a brain, really. He's gonna about to die the same way that his
Hmm.
mother died.
Hmm. I had not thought of that.
Uh, yeah, and
Wow.
even the plants that he planted on the other planets. Wow, I felt like a rapper there. They grow like tumors. You know how tumors like spread in your brain and stuff like that. They like spread around and like kill
It's not a
people.
tumor. Not a tumor.
I have a headache. Maybe it's a tumor. It's not a tumor. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to get to the MCU. That's when
Papa baby beggar papas.
Let's get out of here.
Go swah.
Um, yeah, but this
Go.
crazy action sequence in this part
Oh, dead.
is top quality CGI in terms of space battles, pretty much
Yeah.
galactic cosmic things. And it's like we thought that Doctor Strange was really pretty. Now they're kind of putting it into a different type of pretty. This isn't
Yeah.
just bending reality. This is reality in the galaxies. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Um, yeah, crazy. Shout outs to the computer dudes,
The
the
CGI dudes.
CGI dudes, man. They did a
Yeah.
hell of a good job at this,
Yeah.
and like, uh, I don't,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what the first step. I don't even know how to make. Like, I just Photoshop, right? That's it, and then they're like, "Oh, you want
Yeah.
to make a space galaxy?" Like, how do you start? Do you?
Well, can you show me a picture reference?
Yeah, do
Like,
you guys buy stock photos and you just like edit it? Like, I don't understand. Like, where do you get your reference points from? Like, it's
such.
crazy.
You have
Um,
to trip acid.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of philosophers, they rely heavily on drugs to, I
Yes.
guess, bloom their
It's
creative
true.
senses. It's true, man. Famous writers are like that. They fucking write drunk or high all the time, and they edit
Yeah.
sober. That's the only way to get good shit. Um,
It's pretty decent. It's the only way you get anything done.
Absolutely, man.
Why do you think we're cushing it up?
Yeah.
while we make this shit.
Kush, yeah, Kush ups. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Kush Block
Push me up.
Chronicles. Kush Block Chronicles.
Yep.
Um, but anyways,
ABC.
anyways, um, Rocket only has one jetpack and one spacesuit left, and he says goodbye to Yondu. And this was really really emotional for Rocket. You know what I mean? Where it was Yondu saying like, "I'll be back," and it's like you only one of you guys are gonna be able to come back. You know what I mean? Because there's only one
Uh,
set of each one,
yeah.
and Gamora was yelling, "Where's Quill? Where's Quill?" And then Rocket's like, "Go! We got to get out of here." He told Kraglin to go, right? And it's like, "You're not answering me." Even Drax was yelling. He's like, "Where's Quill?" And it's like, I don't want to lose another friend today, because he
Oh
knows
my
that he's
god.
about to lose Yondu. If
Yeah.
anything, he's about, or both of them, right? Which makes Infinity War even worse for Rocket, because the rest of his friends and his son also end up dying. Right?
Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't notice the emotionally intense scenes in this movie until the second time. I'm like, damn, this is pretty like crazy.
Oh, it's all so intense.
Yeah,
It's dialed up. It's
even
neon.
when Yondu dies, I was like, yo, that's fucking
Yeah.
sucks, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that's shitty for
Yeah.
Quill. Like after he realized who his real dad was, he dies, dude.
Oh man.
Right when things made sense, right? He might have been your
Yeah.
father. They weren't your daddy. That's
Oh
what I'm
my
saying.
god. Yeah.
I still work with a guy that says daddy a lot, which is like he's like an older Filipino guy. Jay, his name is Jay. He's like a pretty thick. He has a pretty thick accent. He's always like,
Hey, daddy.
"No, dude, it's like I have a lot of kids at home, and they always when I come home, they're always so nice to say, daddy, daddy. I love that you're home all the time. Yeah, dude." And he's like a district manager,
Daddy,
right?
daddy.
For like the management side, like the day staff, and I'm like the
Oh
baker, so I'm
my.
night staff. So I'm always like, "Oh, Jay, where you headed off this time?" He's like, "I have to go to Topico, man. They need their daddy over there." I'm like, "I don't think you should say it like that." He's like Filipino, so I guess he doesn't really like.
No, he doesn't get
He
it.
doesn't get it, yeah.
He doesn't know that it's like
And he says it
that's
to the
fine.
general manager. Some of our women is like, "Yo, I'm your daddy. I already know." I'm like, "Yes." Shouts to him, dude.
Yo,
He's
kuya.
yeah, dude.
That's
Shut
fucking
Shout out
hilarious.
to Jay, man. You're the best wherever you are now.
That's very funny.
Anyways, Yondu dies because he wants to be a daddy, and
Daddy, daddy.
really emotional scene. Um, and then Gamora and Nebula say goodbye in a nice way, much like how Thor and Loki at the end of Ragnarok has that bond. They kind of hugged. They hugged for the first time. It was awkward, right? They hugged
Yeah,
awkwardly because
yeah,
Nebula doesn't know how to hug, but at least
yeah.
their relationship is better, which is nice. But Nebula leaves. She's like, "Nah, this ain't for me." But like, we're cool though. You know what I'm saying, I'll catch you on the flip side
Yeah, 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 yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah,
time
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
meet.
Props, props,
The next
props.
time they
Uh oh.
meet.
Hot
Mm.
dog.
Oh, that.
Pull me once.
Shout outs
Pull me
to
twice. Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
Yondu gets cremated. Quill gets the almighty Zune from Kraglin. Shoutouts to all the Zune
Nice.
owners out there.
Yo, that's me.
Me too. That was the same
Yeah, yeah,
model.
yeah.
That was that one that I
Wow.
owned. Yeah,
That's
the smaller
godlike.
one. Yeah, which was like way cheaper,
16?
way cheaper
Or
than yes,
an
16 gig, 16 gig.
iPod.
Yeah, way cheaper than
iPod
iPod.
Classic.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
had like better games. Yeah, it was just cool, man. I fucking love my Zune, dude.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Too bad they never really got anywhere. Yeah, if Zune made a tablet, I would fucking buy one. I'd support it. Um, then we get to see a Ravager funeral. Stallone comes through, right? There's a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah,
cameos when it comes to Marvel characters from the comics. I'm not, you know, I don't know much about the Guardians of the Galaxies or the other Ravagers, but there were some faces there that were apparently really big in the comics, and it was a nice nod or as a nice reference and Easter eggs to include them in. It was really sweet because he was the opposite of what Stallone was saying about Yondu's funeral. You know,
yeah.
he did show the Ravager colors through fireworks, the glowing red arrow in the middle, and that was the ending scene with Quill listening to the father and son song. That song talks about the
Oh yeah.
son, you know, letting go of his father and
Wow.
through the Zune, just like super crazy. Um, mid credit scene is Stallone getting his team back together again. I'm not sure if they're really gonna move forward with this idea of having this Stallone be more of a staple in the series, but it'd be pretty cool. And if you notice, the alien dude, he's like a red alien dude with the team. He's doing like the mystical arts stuff. You know, the
Oh
circles
yeah.
look like the same thing as Strange. And I looked him
Yeah,
up in the comics, and apparently he also practices the mystical arts, and he is the Sorcerer Supreme in an alternate universe. Pretty cool.
that's sick.
Yeah, to have an alien as a Sorcerer
Wow, that's
Supreme.
cheap.
Is it? I don't know. I guess you have more
Yeah,
hands to like make spells or whatever.
exactly. Yeah, and you know more things, like you know
Yeah.
more things.
Or
I
maybe
don't
there.
know, aliens, man.
Or maybe there's a Sorcerer Supreme per planet. Is that a thing? Or would it be per
I
universe?
think per no,
Universe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because
Yeah, maybe
reality is
planet.
like.
I would maybe planet if they're a practicing, you know, nation. I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I don't know. Realms, maybe realms.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
We'll have to
yeah.
look that
Tell
up.
us, stream.
Yeah, let us know in the comments
Tell us.
below. Um, and then we get another mid-credit scene with the High Priestess Aisha, and she gets all revved up because they just beat her again. They stole the battery. She didn't get shit from the
Yeah.
Ravagers nor from Quill. And then you get to see some sort of, you know, iron chamber kind of uh, Iron Maiden type of casket. And then he
Yep.
says, she'll name you Adam, which is
Oh my God.
the long awaited man himself.
Yes, sir.
Is apparently going to be in the next one, confirmed to be in the next one. And I hope they execute
Yep.
him well enough that isn't too overpowered, but at the same time, it isn't too weak. You know what I mean? Because there are
Yeah.
some where it's like crazy overpowered. I can't even think of anybody that's too overpowered for who they are right now.
Scarlet Witch.
Well, yeah, I mean, in this MCU, she is like crazy powerful, but she did create House of M, right? She did kill all the mutants. Like,
Jeez. That's crazy.
Quicksilver was a little underpowered, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. He wouldn't
Um,
have gotten shot.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
like, come on.
yeah,
Free.
that's,
Like, he literally, he could he could be so fast that it seems like time has stopped, but it's still sort of moving. Like, that's how fast
that's how
he is.
fast he is, yeah. Because the one
Yeah.
in the X Men universe, that guy's OP.
Yeah. That's X.
That's X Men.
Yeah. X.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Like,
pretty
that's
cool.
X.
Adam Warlock's cocoon, which we thought we saw in Galaxy One in the Collector, but apparently nope. This is where he is at, and it makes sense because Warlock was synthetically made to be the perfect human being. So I guess it's fine that the sovereign race would try and handle this type of being. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Is he gonna be a bad guy or a good guy? We don't know. Another mid-credit scene. The first time we get to see Teen Groot. And he has a very messy room. And now Quill is the father in this situation. He's like, clean your room. What are you doing? You know? And he said, Yondu was right.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard being a dad. Because this motherfucker is just, he's a rebel right now. He's a teen Groot. Makes you miss adult Groot a lot more because he was just a nice guy.
Yeah. He was just drunk.
Yeah. And then the secret ending is Stanley annoying the Watchers away. That was his cameo in this movie. He what looked like he was getting interviewed for a part of being a Watcher or part of
Yeah,
the gang of the Watcher, which is actually a fan made theory that was made possible through this movie because it makes sense. How does he cameo throughout all these universes, throughout all these
yeah,
movies? He's the Watcher. He sees.
yeah,
he's he's secretly seeing all the pivotal moments in history,
yeah.
and they were kind
That's
of
so cool.
are pivotal moments when he did appear. You know,
Yeah,
so pretty
yeah,
cool. For those of you not familiar with the Watcher, they're not anybody. They're powerful, but they're not hostile. They're not there to kill. They're not there to hurt. They're not there to harm. They're there to witness.
yeah.
Uh, like historical moments are like historical pivotal moments in either an arc or an era or a century and stuff like that. In the comics, they came for the Storm and Black Panther's wedding. They came when Goliath died. They came
That's crazy.
when Galactus and Reed Richards faced off. They came.
Yeah, I
So
think.
yeah, it's pretty much those are the things that they come, and they don't do anything. They just sit there and they're like, they have a phone out and they're like, "Yo, World Star." that's that's what it means to be a watcher. They just, yo, this guy, man, World Star, bro.
Oh my
Like,
god, that's hilarious.
they get him. But yeah, so that was pretty much the movie, and there's some throwaway ones here that I need to
Let's hear
mention
him.
real quick. The car that Ego drives in the beginning has the same colorway as Quill's ship, the Milano, blue and orange. Milano's
Nice.
obviously named after the actress Alyssa Milano, another
Oh, word.
actress that was really big as a teen star when Quill left Earth. So I guess he had a little crush on her or whatever. When Gamora talked,
Interesting.
to Quill when he was being skeptical, she took him to the woods, much like Ego did to Meredith Quill, foreshadowing their relationship later on as a couple.
Right.
Oh, this one's pretty funny. The
Interesting.
scene before Drax spooks Quill, who's like, "Whoa, how'd you get here?" And they're walking Nebula with Gamora. You can actually see him stand very still in the background, and
Really?
he's just like there, like in the corridor, and he's already practicing his invisibility skills,
That's
which he
pretty
says he
joke.
mastered in Infinity War by standing still. So that's how he spooked Quill. He's like, "Oh, I didn't even know you were
Nice.
there, right?" Because he's invisible.
That's
Oh,
so funny.
that's such a good scene. When Ego talks to Peter about the Brandy song and how they are both sailors, this is actually reflective of Quill being a spaceman slash Ravager, they're space pirates. And the song talks about the sailor having to go back out into the sea and saying goodbye to his woman. So
Hmm.
it makes sense.
Interesting. Interesting.
Um, and in the credits, the Grandmaster, played by Jeff Goldblum, is dancing around in one of the circles, and we don't get to see him for another two movies after this. So really cool that
Yeah.
they already put
They
in.
brought him all out.
Yeah, like what?
They're
Like,
like, look at all the swag we got.
how do you even like? It's like two different directors, right? And James
Yeah.
Gunn is just like, oh yeah, of course you're the
Yeah.
Grandmaster. Of course you're the Collector's brother. And you're just gonna be used later on by Taika Waititi anyway. But you
Yeah.
can dance in the credits. Let's see if
That's
anybody
so
notices
crazy.
you. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like for some reason they knew.
They're teasing the noobs.
But what did you think about this movie? Is it still? Let me see where it went in our um, rating before, and let's see where it is now. Because I felt like this one was
B
pretty
tier?
weak from before. Like to me, I
B
did.
tier?
Is it B?
Yeah, B.
Let me check. Let
High
me check.
B, maybe?
We put it as, oh yeah, like mid B
Oh,
B
okay.
tier. So
It's fair. I
It's
would say so still.
above Iron Man 2, the Bard, but it's below Far From Home, Black
Uh,
Panther. Yeah, I mean, I,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Still,
agree.
still,
Definitely
yeah.
wasn't super up there, but very important in terms of character growth for this series only. It's not as a whole for the MCU. Um, when it comes to uh, a saga as the whole, it did add some pretty good value to it, but I wouldn't say not as much as the other ones. But it still holds up pretty well. It's a fun movie, not gonna
It's
lie.
just fun.
Uh,
Yeah, you can. It's a one-off. Like you can just watch it as a almost like a I don't know.
yeah, it's beautiful, man. Like it's not really something that yes, the narration and narrative is there. It's sentimental and it has a lot of substance to it, but at the same time, it's pretty as fuck. So you can, if you own a restaurant, you can have it on repeat on mute. People will still be entranced by what they
Yeah,
see.
it's a pizza place at night.
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
those. Uh,
Damn, I miss going to pizza places. I, I can't
uh,
wait for this fucking thing to go away.
is that a thing that you do usually? You go to a pizza place? Wait, let me guess. It can't be a pizza place that has a brand. So,
Yep.
um, I don't know much privately owned pizza place. I only know one of the good ones is Maker that I know.
Oh man, no, I don't go to those places.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are like the hipster places.
So Baker is hipster? So I shouldn't eat a
Yeah, yeah.
Maker?
Well, yeah, it's good pizza, but it's hipster. It's like gentrified. So the really good pizzas
I
in
love how you I
Toronto.
love how you looked over your shoulder like
Yo, why do I do that?
you're like this. Yo, the best pizza in Toronto.
Yeah. Okay, no, for real though.
Shed some
Like the
knowledge,
best
I get.
pizza
Yeah, what is it?
is along College Street.
Okay.
Um, it's like near Kensington, College and something, and Augusta. Yeah, it's College in Augusta. Around the area, there's a place that's been there for like 20 plus years, right?
Oh, those are the
And
best. Yeah.
oh, they have like the literally the best pizzas I've ever had in Toronto. It's greasy as fuck, and then they slather it with like a basil garlic oil. There's
Ooh.
just a paintbrush. It's like a hardware store paintbrush in a cup, in a clear cup. It looks kind of like ragged, but you spread it on your pizza, and the cheese
Okay,
is like
what is the
quarter
place
inch.
called?
I don't know
Oh,
actually.
how
I
is
just
man, this
I
is
go there.
I
I
don't
just
know
go
what
there.
level of hipster this is, right?
Yeah.
Where you don't even remember the name anymore. But that's intense. That's
Yeah.
guys, that's the essence of
It
hipster
is.
right there.
Yeah.
Because it not only is there no brand on it, but there's not even a
Oh my
name.
god. It's a family owned place, that's why. And they've like
It's probably a secret.
it's a staple. It's a staple.
Now I'm gonna find it. Now I have to go walk all the way up and down College Street
Yeah.
until I find a place. And I
There's
guarantee
a
it's
few.
exactly. I guarantee in Toronto, it's not
Yeah.
just one pizza place. I'm gonna have to go through like 7 or 8. So obviously,
Yeah.
challenge accepted because that would mean I have to eat 7 to 8 slices of pizza.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
it's not even like I can just look
Fair.
for the one with the brush. It's like no, I have to eat all of them.
Because yeah, what if they pull out a brush and
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. What if they brushed it at the
yeah,
back? They pre-brushed it.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, you gotta know.
But guys, put in the comments below if you know what the name of this secret pizza
Yeah,
place
yeah, yeah.
is. 'Cause I want to try it out. I want to try out a lot of things after this pandemic ends. But more importantly, let us know what you think about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it better after the saga ended? Was it worse? Where does it go into your tier list? And for us, I still give it a mid uh, B
Mid B.
tier.
Yeah.
If this was a Marvel character, this would be like
Ooh, who's a mid B
uh,
tier? Chris.
Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that. It's kind of
Yeah.
like it's he's really bad under the hands of somebody who has no idea what he's doing, but he's really good under the hands of somebody who's really good
Yeah.
at what he's doing.
Yeah. Open
Yeah,
fire.
open fire. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Redfield, one of them. Maybe like Trish, maybe too, a little bit.
Trish. Yeah. Yeah. I should probably high B
Yeah, I feel like
because
she's. I don't know,
yeah,
man. I
the
watch
traps.
like a lot of her stuff, and it's kind of like it's so hard to like keep somebody in a combo with her. It just looks like they're about to
Yeah.
fall out every time. And I don't know what
Yeah. Yeah.
OTGs with her. Like I don't understand how the traps work sometimes.
You need a OTG assist. That's why everyone plays Wesker or like I don't know.
Yeah, so her trap thing that she does on the
And they
field
always
that
reset.
doesn't OTG, right?
No.
Uh,
Most Trish players they just like reset,
yeah, that's what I
right?
noticed.
Yeah. They set up the sword, the the boomerang sword.
She has a really quick like what is that dive kick?
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
Wolverine.
yeah, it's really cool. I like characters like that where it's just like because foot dives are like so dangerous for you as a player.
That's why you push block those. Stream push block chronicle.
The facts,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're only gonna be continuing the saga even further. The next one on our list is going to be Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh,
Holy shit,
nice,
we're
nice. I can
we're
rewatch that.
we're really close. What does that mean? You can rewatch it. Do you have?
I watched it recently.
Oh, did you? It's a good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it's good.
I can't wait to rewatch Far From Home. That's the
Yeah.
one I'm excited about. Infinity War and all that stuff. We're actually almost there. We're about like 5, 6 movies away from finishing this thing.
Well, what else we got for
Uh,
Ragnarok?
yeah. So after this Spider-Man: Homecoming, then we got Thor: Ragnarok,
Yeah.
and then we got Black Panther, and
Panther.
then Infinity War,
Ooh, shit.
and I believe we have Captain Marvel after.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no,
And
sorry.
Endgame.
Yeah, yeah. Captain Marvel, Endgame. No, sorry. Captain Marvel. No, no, no. Sorry. Infinity War, Ant Man and Wasp,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Captain Marvel, Endgame, and then
yeah.
Far From Home.
Yeah.
So 6 or 7 movies somewhere there.
God damn.
Yeah. Then we'll probably do something after that, like Harry Potter or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Do you, did you like Hunger Games? Did you watch that one?
Fuck that. No.
Okay, it's horrible. I
I
fucking
don't
hate
like
that.
that.
I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate it. I watched all
Yeah.
of
I
them.
would do Twilight. I would do Twilight.
I could do Twilight. Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
Twilight.
that's jokes. Like that's
I'm just gonna be like, oh man, that's gonna be like raging the entire time, cringing the entire time. Just like the dialogue is just, especially the first one, man.
yeah.
I don't know who wrote Jacob's dialogue, but like, no, not Jacob. Fucking Edward.
Edward, yeah. Man.
Just
This thing is drier than toast.
this girl is just like, you know what I mean? I fucking hate you. You smell like shit. Get away from me.
Oh my
I
god.
love you. Like how, bro? Like this guy's a dick.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a vampiric jackass, and you still
She's
love
like, oh
him.
my god. I need to prove him.
Yeah, I need to get his wooden stake in me. That's what she said. But yeah, let me know. Let us know, guys, what you want to see, or what you want us to analyze, because our brains are always flowering up like the flowers we smoke, and
Sirs.
there might be some things that you missed. There might be some things we missed, but let us know about this one. What are things you didn't agree on, things that we missed, and some things that we should look for in the upcoming movies. But until next time, guys, peace.